No, he crashed. He crashed. He crashed. There he is. He's coming out. Anyway, so, yes, I understand that. So what's going on is a pursuit here in the downtown area. As you can see, it's very, very difficult because we have the buildings out here, extremely high speeds. What the vehicles wanted for, can't really tell you what the original want was, but I can tell you this driver, very reckless. That pickup truck's been fishtailing, been up on sidewalks, driving over islands, and on the wrong side of the road. Very many close calls. You saw another fishtail right there. These buildings making it very difficult to keep an eye on it, and that's one of the reasons why they keep re-engaging that pursuit, because the helicopter, the PD helicopter that's over it, also having those same difficulties. You can see this. This is one of those ones where I am very, very sensitive about what we're doing and what we're showing because of the fact that this thing has been so all over the road and all over, like I said, a couple times on the sidewalk. These high speeds and this very, very erratic driving is you just don't want to see this end in a crash, hurting a pedestrian and or even just some bent metal, some people just being hurt. We're making our way back over there. Of course, we're going to get there as soon as possible. I did turn down the scanner because I wanted to talk to you guys, but you can see this pursuit continuing right now. And again, very high speeds, very, very reckless, and those wide turns. Look at that, people jumping out of the way. And of course, LAPD, they're doing what they can. And again, they've re-engaged it because...
You know, this is what's a little bit different than I think any other state is. Like, normally you would have a pit maneuver. Like Atlanta, you're getting pitted. They don't care. This would have ended.
Going against traffic.
Oh, wow.
Yep, we're going the wrong way. And LAPD, you can see that. They're not going to go against traffic. So they're basically letting this guy make his way that. And again, right there, you see it. The helicopter above. But even with nobody behind him, that reckless driving definitely continues. And that is what's concerning LAPD more than anything else, is the safety of the public.
That is very concerning, Stu. He's weaving in and out of, like, you know, one-way lanes. And then there's a lot of pedestrians, too, in that area, and a lot of people who are up on the sidewalk, as you can see. It doesn't seem like that makes any difference to this driver.
Now, again, what is the point of the police if they're just not going to do anything? Are they just going to be there for cleanup crew once this guy finally does hit somebody?
Nobody is really actively pursuing him right now. I'm sure that LAPD has been cautioned to kind of keep their distance.
What's especially dangerous about this, as this pursuit goes and weaves its way into the downtown area, the downtown corridor, obviously they're extremely busy. You see homeless encampments there. You see lots of people on the streets and sidewalks. You see the vendors as well. And this is happening at a very high rate of speed on surface streets, and so that's a huge danger there when you have so many pedestrians and cars in intersections. It is super, super dangerous. And this driver showing no signs of slowing down or stopping while these black and whites are right on his tail.
We also just say that this commentary from Fox is just terrible. Like, can we just stay on the guy in the helicopter who's giving us real information that's usable? They are behind him. He is going fast. We know it's a chase. Do something for real with your life.
Every which way, and you know, this is the reason why they did re-engage the pursuit a couple of times. The lights and sirens at least giving some of these folks warning about what's going on. Looks like we're making our way out of the downtown area, which might be a plus. I think we might have some issues getting into the Bravo if he starts heading a little bit more south. That's the LAX airspace because of the fog, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. There you go. He's making another turn. So now he's on Washington, so at least we're not going into the LAX airspace. The speeds might have slowed down just a little bit, but whoa, there you go.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And that vehicle actually went into a basement.
Oh,
that
my
is a
goodness.
basement area right there. There you go. You got the suspect climbing out of the vehicle and basically trying to run. LAPD, they've got to be somewhere nearby.
They have to be.
But I'm really concerned about.
Gotta be somewhere nearby. So they haven't. So, like, I don't know why this guy is standing around. I mean, if I was in an accident and I was running from the police, I would continue running. Maybe he's a good villain or something, and he's looking out for the people. But I mean, the police should be right on him. And And of course, look what happened. He hit somebody anyways, and now they're 10 feet in the ditch.
Those anybody that's in that car, the driver, of course, but you can see that it actually flipped over and went into, like, fell at least a story.
My
That
goodness.
is a basement. It might be a little difficult to see. I don't know what this driver is doing down there. It looks like he almost wants to go and see if they're like wants to help. But anyways, LAPD's got to be making their way over here as quickly as possible. But that
This
actually
is
is
an
the
emergency
suspect.
situation right now.
Yes, definitely. And,
driver-
okay, there's PD. They're
Okay.
arriving, and of course the helicopter, the PD
That was a
helicopter
long
saw
time.
that crash as
That
well.
was a
They're
long
making-
time,
they made that
LAPD.
call
He
immediately. Just
basically
as we saw
decided to get
happening
caught.
Live. They're going to take
I think
this
this guy
into
was a good
custody,
person and
of
felt
course,
bad.
they were going to. Check on those persons in that vehicle, but also making access to those persons. That might be a little bit difficult.
Okay, someone
you
needs
got
to
some
get
of the
to that
got boys
person.
in blue.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
How
barbed
are you gonna
wire
get down there?
around this empty lot.
Like
As you said,
fencing?
it
Yep.
almost looks like it's an abandoned lot, and perhaps they were digging deeper into the ground or took away some of the building there, and there's a step down or almost like a basement area that this SUV then flipped over and into that empty lot. And really scary here, as we don't know the condition of this driver inside this vehicle here.
And how many
upside
people
down.
were inside
Yeah,
the car, too?
Yeah, and we haven't seen any movement. Engine's still running. What we're seeing right there is because the engine's upside down.
Yeah.
The oil is getting into the cylinders, and that's the reason why we're seeing that white smoke coming out. One of the officers made their way down there. They are starting.
One of the officers made his way down whilst sipping a cup of delicious chamomile tea. He walked and I would say maybe sauntered over to say, "Hey there, lady, how you doing?" in a classic Friends Joey accent. Hurry up.
Venture. I would wonder, is this person even conscious? That was quite a hit and a
Yeah.
flip, and then you also have to figure must have fallen at least 10 feet into that like you said, basement area, or possible was a basement here when there was a building. Officers going to try to do what they can, but they have to also be cautious. But fire department definitely en route. You can see this. What a crazy pursuit! And
To
this is
see
exactly
the speed,
what I was worried about.
the speed with which this driver was
Yes.
going. I mean, it was like over 80 miles per hour in some areas of these surface streets in downtown.
But also
That's
how
what we were
reckless he was
concerned about.
driving,
Yeah.
driving the wrong way down one-way streets, weaving in and out of traffic, at one point getting up on the sidewalk. I'm glad he's in custody, but I'm now worried for the person or people who were in that car right now.
Me too.
Well,
I
we're
definitely
watching
am.
as
That was an
police officers sit
extremely
here,
hard
and
hit.
they are likely waiting for firefighters to arrive here. Perhaps they'll have to get some tools to extricate the people or the passengers that are inside this vehicle. And obviously, you don't know the condition of the person. They're going to bring in the paramedics and the braces to make sure that they can safely get this person out. We're just praying that
I'm sorry. Are all of the police officers just standing around looking? Like, none of them chased. They just sat behind him as he made a getaway, and then he crashed into somebody. And now I think there are more people actively with the person who crashed than the person who got hit. There are more people staring at the person who got hit.
inside this SUV are okay. But this
Yeah, and I would hope that they would just shut that engine off, because I don't want to see this thing start to catch fire.
That's
Even
right.
though you have these officers here, they probably have access to a fire extinguisher, but still, that engine's still running. That's not good as far as the possibility of a fire or something, some other issues starting down there. More officers arriving here on scene, and also access is going to be the fire department. They're going to have more tools to make that happen. But again, we definitely know at least the driver inside that vehicle. Violent crash.
Let's talk about access real quick. Do the police officers need to park obstructing everything? Like, they're taking up the whole corner. Like, where is fire department even going to be able to come in? Like, at least get up onto the curb, something, one lane even, maybe not all of the lanes on the and yes, also the car being on. How stupid that they would not just reach their hand in and turn the car off. And there's just smoke billowing out. I am appalled right now.
Out here, corner of Trinity and Washington, that pursuit suspect in custody. But right now, our biggest concern is that innocent person or persons inside that upside down SUV. There you go. One of the officers actually climbing in, trying to make their way in there. Looks like, okay, so
we want to go ahead and play this. We want to go ahead and play the video of the end of this pursuit to see just how this happened. One vehicle, that vehicle in pursuit truck slamming into that other SUV as it made its way through that intersection, and the speed so fast that the SUV flipped over into that empty lot.
And you're estimating, Stu, that the drop was about 10 feet?
Oh, wow. The person is outside the vehicle.
Probably about 10 feet.
Look at that.
She's outside the vehicle.
Okay.
She climbed out the other side. Actually, Dylan was saying that the PD ship was telling us that the driver is out of the vehicle, climbed out the other side. So you got her, you can see visibly injured and shocked, I can imagine. And this is the thing. I am sure she doesn't even know what happened.
Wow. Nope.
You know, she is just
Guys, give us some space. I mean, what's the point of standing over her? I'm sorry, I'm beating a dead horse, but like, what is the point of standing over her and just? I mean, it took like what, 5 minutes for them to go in and like return the car. Go to another call. Do something else. You're just standing. There's like 18 of you standing there.
Driver's side, but the passenger side.
Yeah, part of it was that there is that drop.
Yeah.
There's that drop into this lot, and so that's you know, as chances are, you know, she's gonna go into that intersection, gets into this accident, and then goes into a lot where it causes the SUV to flip over. And
I'm sorry, stolen?
Right now we're telling her not to move, right, until paramedics get on scene.
I'm sorry, stolen?
The front of the vehicle where
you didn't want to go to
a
Corvette.
I mean, that looks like it's absolutely crushed.
Maybe something a little more flashy.
Crazy how lucky
maybe something without a
the
rusted
firefighters and the paramedics there arriving at the scene.